is clear. It's right now.
Avon is worried that someone's trying to start a war.
I'm not worried about it. I'm certain of it. It has to be the Russians, or the North Koreans, or the Chinese, or the Iranians.
We would need a ballistic missile launcher to have half a chance.
This cannot be traced back to me.
For all I know, you're bugged all to high hell and you don't even know the bugs exist!
This is the apocalypse. The Doomsday scenario. Mushroom clouds, fallout.
Oh, it's supposed to be at a potluck.
Say hello, Clifford.
You're embarrassing me, Avon. Rated M for mature.
Hello guys, what is going on? My name is Sam, or Chaotic, and welcome back to another GTA 5 live stream here on my channel. Literally every single time I watch this trailer, it gets me so excited. This update just looks so awesome, and I just cannot believe that only in a few days time, literally 3 days from now, this is going to be a thing in GTA Online. The second heist update we've been waiting for since 2015. But as you guys can see from the title of this live stream, we're going to be going through the actual trailer itself and some of the other resources as well that are out there online, sort of breaking it down a little bit more than what we have over the past few days, and outlining a few little secrets and hidden details and stuff like that which you may not be aware about. And I know I've already sort of done a little breakdown. I did it on day one a few days ago when Rockstar released the trailer, but since then some new things have been found, other things have been pointed out, and there are things which I myself and maybe other people you guys watch on YouTube haven't pointed out either. So that's basically what this live stream is going to be all about. And if you guys of course see anything which I miss or just don't mention, let me know in the chat. That's what this stream's all about. Let's try and go through everything. So what we're going to start off with is the actual cover art itself. Now hopefully I can do this. I haven't actually practiced any of this myself, this whole live streaming stuff, so here we go. If I press this button now, hopefully, yeah, there we go, you can see my desktop. Alright, so this being the cover art, the thumbnail that Rockstar used for this trailer. And this is something which many of you guys may have not actually seen, but you can download it on the Rockstar Newswire, and it looks pretty cool if I may say so myself. But straight away on here we see a few things which we didn't actually see in the trailer. So we're going to first of all start off with the helicopter over here, and this is a comment I got loads about. Zildos, who's watching right now as well, reminded me this morning about this. I said the other day when I made a video about sort of the vehicles and stuff that were in the trailer that the new was it the Akula? That's what it's called, right? The Comanche, or whatever it's called in real life. I said it would only have machine gun turrets on the front, but as you can see in this thumbnail, it does appear to have what looks to be machine gun turrets on the side, but I'm guessing those will be like missile launchers. Maybe they'll be upgradable, maybe it comes from standard with these machine gun turrets, but that can be upgraded. That's only a guess. I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one, but as you can see, basically they come out the sides. We'll go into the trailer in a few moments and I'll show you guys that, but basically you have to press a button to activate these like machine gun turrets or the missile launchers to come out from the side of the helicopters, and it looks just super cool. Like the whole idea, the whole feature of that is not something we have on any other helicopter or aircraft in GTA Online. So that's going to be awesome. I've got a feeling that these will be controllable by the pilots, and then this one will be controllable by the other passengers. But that's only a guess. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. And there was also a theory that the rounds on this would be explosive, kind of like how they are with some of the other helicopters in game. Again, we don't know that for sure. That is a pretty good theory though. Maybe the rounds that we get from here, if it's not a missile launcher, maybe those will be explosive, and this one will just be a regular cannon that can be used by the passengers. But I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one as well. We'll quickly just move down to the bottom because this is one as well which I didn't spot until after I'd made videos already on the trailer and the breakdown. So obviously we have the Submarine, which right now people are speculating could be something you can buy, something which you'll be able to own and stuff like that. Personally, I'm not so sure. I'm pretty sure it'll be exclusive to the mission. It'll be a feature we all want to see, kind of like the aircraft carrier. Like, we all want to own that, but we still can't. So I don't think the submarine will be something we can buy, but the car itself, the new submersible, this new sort of Ardent, this thing will be something we can buy. But as you can see, it fires torpedoes as well. Look at that. It fires like rockets from the front of it, and we have what looks to be like a mine as well in the water. Now again, this probably won't be something we can buy in free mode ourselves, these mines. There'll be something again exclusive to the mission surrounding the submarine. We'll probably have to take those out before we can infiltrate the submarine. But nevertheless, if we can get those, that'd be super cool. Just littering the sea with these, and maybe having battles against other people. And only today, I sort of, I don't know, had a sort of an idea that Rockstar might try and make a game mode or an adversary mode sort of revolving around the new submersible car. Again, that's only a guess, but it would make total sense. Two teams, they basically have to try and, you know, go to a certain, kind of like a deathmatch. You know, they have to try and find each other, take each other out. Maybe there'll be mines as well, just stuff like that. That's kind of a cool idea in my opinion. So yeah, so it's gonna be a submersible, and in a few moments we'll go back to the trailer. This car is shown twice in the trailer, and we know for a fact that it's not just a submarine, but a car we can actually drive as well. So as soon as you get to land, just like with the Blazer Aqua, you can put the wheels back out and continue driving on. But we'll go into that in a few moments. Then, of course, the Jetpack also shown off in the trailer. Now, the one in this image doesn't have any weapons on it, but in the trailer, in the one scene, we see like a missile launcher on it. So that will be an upgradable feature then, I'm guessing, possibly in the new MOC, if there is going to be one, or the new weapon or, you know, vehicle workshop in the new business properties. That's my guess on that side of things. Then, of course, we have the new tank that's shown off in this image as well. Now, on the top, we do see this sort of like machine gun, kind of like what we have on the Rhino. It's not operational, so I'm guessing the one on this tank won't be either, but maybe this time around Rockstar will. There have been sort of requests and calls for Rockstar to make the one on the Rhino operational, so maybe this time with its new tank they will, but again, I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one. We also have the Hunter, of course, just above this, and this cannon, I've seen loads of people sort of predict it's going to be kind of like the ray gun, where it's, I don't know what the correct term is, but it's like an energy gun as opposed to an actual cannon that fires missiles. And it kind of makes sense looking at what it looks like. You know, it looks to be something that fires like electrical beams as opposed to, you know, actual missile cannon things, whatever they're called. So yeah, it's basically like a huge railgun. But does that mean we're going to be getting a railgun in this update? Like, it wasn't shown off in the trailer. So if they're releasing like a railgun tank, then surely it makes sense they'll finally release the railgun into the game? What do you guys think? Possibly? Maybe not? Plasma cannon is what it's apparently called. There we go, plasma cannon. And one thing as well I want to point out, we have this little symbol by here. It's like an eye with a triangle in it. And this is shown off quite a few times in the trailer as well. Again, I'll point that out as we're going through the trailer in a few moments' time. But this eye, I'm not too sure what significance this is. If anyone knows, let me know in the chat. But I've not seen this in the game before. It kind of seems familiar, but I can't picture right now what it's from. So if anyone knows again, let me know. And I see Zildo's in the chat right now. He's like, Illuminati confirmed. It might be a badge that maybe combines the characters together. Obviously, we've got like a new organization now. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a reference to the supercomputer Clifford. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe this tank has the supercomputer in it. Maybe the tank, or the supercomputer comes around with us in every vehicle available in this update. That's only a guess. And yeah, those of you guys saying maybe the eye is a reference to Clifford. That's my guess as well, but you know, we don't really know right now. And then going up to the final two images, we've got this one right by here. We have two characters. Now, first of all, let's take a look at the character on the left-hand side. We see like a new automatic sniper. That's not available in-game as far as I'm aware of. I'm trying to think right now. I'm not really a sniper person, but yeah, that's not available. So it's either going to be an upgradable version of one of the snipers we have in-game. You can see we've got some form of magazine as well, so it'll be a Mark II weapon. But it might also be a new sniper altogether. There are quite a few like cut weapons from the game. Apparently it's the Mark II marksman rifle. Well, there we go. Maybe it's not a new sniper then. Maybe it's just a new upgradable version. There we go. That's why I'm live streaming right now, because if I just did this as a video, I'd get everything wrong. But yeah, okay, so it's apparently the marksman rifle. It's going to be obviously upgraded to this Mark II, and then we've got this weapon here. Is this the carbine rifle, the special carbine? It doesn't look upgraded in this image. But one thing as well, that I'm sort of questioning. This new mask here, will this act like a gas mask? So when someone throws down tear gas, can you run through that without taking sort of any damage like you usually would? That's my sort of theory. I don't know if Rockstar would go to that sort of extent or not, but it kind of looks like a gas mask, so that's one thing I want to point out. Obviously, he's wearing some new body armor as well, with like shield guards. Those are kind of cool as well. Kind of reminds me of the sort of body armor the Kingdom wear in The Walking Dead, if you guys watched that. Very similar to that. That's kind of cool though. And I think this body armor here is the same as what we have in game already, but I could be wrong with that. Moving on then to the final image, well, straight away we see a new mask. I believe the gun is one we already have in game, and the silencer is something we can fit on there anyway. The outfit though he's wearing, this sort of coat, is new, and I think, yeah, that's about it for that image. Alright, so there are a few things then I want to very quickly go through, so let me go ahead and bring up the trailer. So there are a few things I pointed out in that I want to very quickly go through.
The data is clear, it's right now.
Right. We're gonna actually let's go from scene to scene. That's probably the best thing to do, rather than just play through it and find the bits that I want. Alright. So you guys know, straight away, we've already seen the new Akula. I believe it says it on here. If we go, I can't really see it right now. The quality isn't that great, unfortunately. But I believe it's either right now or in a few scenes' time, we do see the name of it, the Akula. Of course, based upon the Commonage. And you can see, as we mentioned a few moments ago in that image, on the side, we've got these little flaps that sort of open up, and these machine gun cannons come out, just like the helicopter is based upon in real life does. So I wasn't too sure. I thought just the little minigun we have on the front was the only weapon this thing came with, which apparently could be explosive rounds that come out of it. Might be an upgradable feature, who knows. But I was wrong, and this thing, it does, once you press a button, it opens up this like little flap, like I said, and these like retractable wings come out effectively with either machine gun turrets or missile launchers on them. We don't know quite yet if, you know, which one it is or not. But yeah, there we go. And obviously as well, we can see what appears to be the DeLorean or the Deluxo. But can you guys see that behind it we have something attached to it? I don't know if it's just part of the trailer, I'm not really too sure, but it looks like there's something on it. It kind of looks like the Back to the Future car, as if there's something on the back of it. I'm not really too sure about that one though. It might just be, like I said, the trailer, the quality of it and whatnot. And what we can see as well is that this mission involving the Akula is named the Data Breaches, which obviously takes place in the server farm, which we see later on in the trailer at the location right here. I've forgotten the name of it, but it's basically on the eastern side of the map, just above the city. Maybe it's called the server farm in-game, I don't know. But yeah, it's that building right there. We already know where it is in-game. Maybe later on, we'll load the game up and we'll go through some of these locations. But yeah, so that is one mission, the Data Breaches. Let's continue on.
Clear, it's right now.
So we have, oh, let me go back to that. We have this new character here who we've never met before. This guy right here, he's the tech billionaire. I think we have his name. I think we do know his name, but I've completely forgotten it. So if anyone knows, let me know right now in the chat. But yeah, the tech billionaire, new guy, and I believe he's the guy that built the supercomputer as well. Again, I'll explain why that is in a few moments, but he's the guy that built Clifford.
Now.
Pause, there we go, and then on to the next little thing here. So yeah, there we go, Preparation Akula. So that right there is the name of the helicopter we showed off a few moments ago, and we can read some of the text as well. Preparation Deluxo, that's of course the name of the DeLorean, the flying car we're going to be getting. It's the same name that the DeLorean had in GTA Vice City and GTA Vice City Stories. So it says, it's a preparation mission. Fight your way through a security team to access the garage where the Deluxo are stored. So I guess kind of like the heist missions then, it's very, very possible that to actually buy these vehicles, we might have to unlock them first. I'm not so sure that will be the case though, because obviously in recent months, Rockstar has unlocked all the vehicles that were previously sort of like hidden behind missions, just with a more expensive buy it now price on them. I'm hoping that'll be the case. It'd be kind of annoying if we have to play through all the heist missions to unlock the vehicles, but it's also possible. You know, we've seen it in the past, it could happen again. Oh, there we go, I remember now. His name is Avon. The billionaire, tech billionaire back here, his name is Avon. That's right, yeah? I think so.
Now.
Yeah, I'll let you guys say in the chat right now. His name's Avon. me quickly go back because we haven't finished off this one. And then obviously the next mission, I'm not too sure if it's the same one, doesn't look like it. The preparation for the Akula mission, infiltrate the control tower at Fort San Kudo to download the location of the Akula helicopter. It is a military helicopter in fairness, so it kind of makes sense. Yeah, and it's by there we see Avon Hertz, that's his name. Help Avon Hertz in tracking down multiple data breaches to protect the government from being attacked. So that is the server mission. So maybe all this is one mission. The data breaches, I believe, is the name of the mission itself. So we have several different preparation missions. Yeah, we got a setup for the signal intercepts. That's obviously one mission. And then we have a setup for the server farm as well, which we talked about a few moments ago. Alright, let's move on. We have a few different locations by here. I'm not too sure of what these are, to be honest. These might be related to the location of the Deluxo. Maybe we have to go from location to location to try and find it. But I'm not 100% sure on that one, so we'll just continue on.
Avon is worried that someone's trying...
Oh, one thing very, very quickly I saw someone point out a few moments ago in the chat. The 4 characters that we see in this trailer, these people here, are the same characters we saw in the Heist trailer. And I'm pretty sure we haven't seen these in any of the other trailers since. I'm not too sure if that's the case. I didn't go and check it, but apparently these 4 characters here are the same ones we saw in the Heist trailer. But we haven't seen them in any other trailer. It's kind of cool, right? Let's continue on.
to start a war.
I'm not worried about it.
Every time I go and press pause, it doesn't pause. But yeah, there are the characters again. They do seem very familiar. We have seen them, I'm pretty sure. Definitely in a previous trailer. And what's this on the monitor? It kind of looks like a gun, right? You can't really make it out. It's very, very sort of, well, bright.
I'm not worried
Yeah, we can't see anything on it, unfortunately. Let's continue on.
about it.
Oh, right. Okay, so as I said, the reason why I think the tech billionaire, who's named Avon, built the supercomputer, he's got this thing around his neck. And obviously later on, the same color, the sort of like color circle, is shown on the computer. So either this guy is also carrying around like a portable version of the supercomputer Clifford, which again we'll talk about later on again. I'm pretty sure he just seems to be like he's the only person carrying something like that. So I'm pretty sure he is the guy that created the supercomputer. Kind of makes sense if he's a tech billionaire. Yeah, the Doomsday Heist setup, and it still says the data breaches, so it's obviously all still related to what we were talking about a few moments ago. Let's continue on.
I'm certain of it.
So
It
we have
has
the,
to be the
logo.
Russian.
And here we are at the server farm. So the same mission again, the data breaches. I don't think we actually see any of the missions apart from the submarine one later on. But yeah, towards the start we definitely see most of the first mission. And yeah, we see a number of different Mark II weapons. We got this revolver, which obviously has been upgraded. It's got a flashlight. It's got this very, very small silencer on the end of it as well. And the scope as well. Looks really, really cool. Outfits as well. They're all wearing brand new outfits. I love the headgear though. I'm not too sure what this thing even is. Is it night gear? Or is it thermal? Is it one of those? But they're definitely very, very cool. And I don't think we can actually see the weapon they're using. Let's quickly just skip. See if we can use the... I'll see the weapons they're using. They're definitely Mark II. Their flashlights though are just completely covering it.
The Russian.
No, we can't see them at all, unfortunately. Hey, no, I think for a split second we could. Literally a split second. It's going to be so difficult to pause on. I think it's the FAMAS style gun. I forgot the name of that one. Come on, come on, come on. See if we can do it. Yeah, there we go. I think it is. Or is it a shotgun? I think it is the FAMAS style gun. I can't remember the name of it in game. I'm so bad when it comes to weapon names in GTA 5. But it's definitely similar to that FAMAS thing. Oh, apparently the suppressor I talked about a few moments ago is actually a muzzle barrel. Isn't that the same thing? Or am I wrong?
Or the North Korea.
Oh, yeah, and one thing as well. Oh, there we go. There we go. That gun right there is the one I was referring to a few moments ago. Let's go back to this scene right here. One thing I think is kind of cool. By the way, yeah. Oh, just spotted as well. At the top, we have this logo again. This sort of eye with a triangle, which we see on this tank. Let me bring it back up for those people just tuning in. On the tank right by here. Oops, wrong one. We've got this sort of like circle with the eye and the triangle. And obviously in... Oh, I've just closed it. There it is. We have the same thing again. So I'm pretty certain that this is a reference to the supercomputer Clifford. So maybe Clifford will be in some of the vehicles, not just in our new, you know, property on the computers. And as well, there's a reference here to North Korea. Obviously, the whole like missile firing thing, which is going on right now. Obviously, there are threats going on in real life. North Korea, you know, claiming they're going to be firing missiles at the US. I don't know if this is, you know, actually a direct reference or an Easter egg to what's going on right now, but the fact that they have North Korea on here and they say it could be Russia, it could be China, it could be North Korea. I don't know, but it certainly seems that way. And yeah, we have the IAA leaks as well that's on this computer, which the IAA are involved in this an awful lot. And I know that we have the intelligence agent in this mission, or in this new heist update, but I don't know if she is from the IAA or the FIB. It's not said. I'm gonna guess the FIB. If they keep referencing, you know, like infiltrating the IAA, it kind of makes sense. But maybe she's like an inside person over the IAA, and she is like feeding us intel. So maybe that's how it is. I don't know. Apparently the I is Securo Serve. Is that correct? Is that the Securo Serve thing? But why is it a different color then to the usual one? Yeah, some of you guys saying that it is, some of you guys saying it's not. Let me quickly just search that up. I'm sure it's not. The Securo Serve GTA 5. It's just closed the trailer down. Let me just quickly check this logo. It is very similar. Let me bring this over now. It is very, very similar in fairness, yes. Look at that. Let me bring that trailer back up. There it is. It is very, very similar, but it's definitely not quite the same thing. Let's continue on.
Or the North Korea.
So we have that weapon again. This one right by here, I can't make out what assault rifle that is, because again, I'm so poor with the weapons in game. I just don't know what it is. But if you guys know, let me know in the chat. But we see a variety of different upgrades on both of these. The same sort of sights. We have like a red dot on this one. That's sort of ACOG. It's not an ACOG, but it's like a red dot thing again. Kind of similar to that.
Or the Chinese.
Then, of course, we have this new Osprey. We don't have a name for this one. There is some writing on the back. Can't quite make out what it says. Like M-A-R-I-N. Maybe Marine? I don't think that's what it's going to be, but that's the letters we can see. M-A-R-I-N. Maybe it is Marine. So this, of course, being a VTOL Osprey. I have got a theory that this thing will, it kind of looks that way, that we'll have the option to then turn the propeller so we can put it down this way and just fly normally. And you can see there's like this little section by here which kind of looks that way. So when you press, well, on keyboard it would be E, but you know, on controller it might be, is it like right on the D-pad or something? You know, you can then put the propellers down so you can fly normally rather than just going directly upwards with VTOL. So that does seem to be the case with that one. And on the front we've got what appears to be the machine gun turret as well. I don't think this thing will have any other weapons. I don't think it'll have like a bomb dropping feature or the option to put like machine gun turrets on the side. I'm pretty sure that's all it is. And there are sort of rumors going around. I think if we go to the next scene.
Or the Iranians.
Yeah, this scene. There are rumors going around that this is the interior to the Osprey, but it's not. It definitely isn't, guys, because the Osprey, look how small that thing is. There'll probably be enough space to maybe seat 4 or 5 people in the back there, but look how much space we have in here. That definitely isn't the interior to the Osprey. My theory is this is the interior to the Vulcan bomber that we see later on in the trailer. And there's a few things in here as well worth pointing out. So also we have the 4 characters that we see earlier on in the trailer, but this character by here looks to be a mechanic. We go forward a little bit more. Look, it's the mechanic that we have in our MOC. So as if that we can customize vehicles inside the Vulcan bomber as like a mobile operation plane. Which, interestingly enough, back in the summer, I talked about in my sort of wish list for Gunrunning Part 2, which this update kind of is in a way. And I talked about how I'd love to see a plane version of the Mobile Operations Center. And look at this now. We have a mechanic inside what seems to be the Vulcan bomber. So this could be a mobile operation plane. That's kind of cool. So it's going to be a pretty big aircraft as well, if we can get vehicles in here. I'm not too sure though what vehicles would be customizable in the plane though. Because the tank probably won't fit in here. It looks kind of big, but I'm not so sure it would fit in here. That missile launching vehicle won't fit in here. We could possibly get the SUV, the pickup truck, but most things won't get in here. It's not really that big. I don't know. Epic said the MOC doesn't look too big. That's true, but then the vehicles we get in there aren't really that big either. Not as big as the ballistic missile launcher, so maybe that will be something you can only customize in the new business property. We'll have to wait and see. But another reason why I think this is the sort of interior or the inside of the Vulcan bomber, we've got these control panels by here, obviously used to operate the two different turrets on the helicopter. There are only two, sorry, not the helicopter, the plane. There's one on the top, one on the bottom. We see two people here controlling what appears to be, I'm guessing this one here is, well, it might not be, I don't know, I could be wrong. Because we have two completely different control panels. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. We have two control panels at least that may control the two turrets. We'll come back to that in a few moments. But yeah, this looks to be like a mobile operation plane, basically. Let's move on.
We would need a ballistic missile launcher to have half a chance.
Every time I press pause, it doesn't pause. Let's go. Let's go back. We'll pause on Leicester. We'll pause on Leicester. Right. So there's a different mission then. Set up air defenses. And later on the trailer, we do see some air defenses on a mountain, which look pretty awesome. So we'll come back to that again later on. Remind me, guys. But yeah, there's a various different stickers as well we have on Leicester's laptop. We have like a little alien by here. Cover your ass. That's kind of cool. Go frag yourself. What else is called? Free Leicester. That's kind of nice. Coffee shop one. Pisswasser. Hacker. Like a nuclear bomb. And all your bank details belong to us. Is that what it says? All your bank details belong to us. Doesn't make sense, but there we go. And then we have some writing back here. TM02. I think that's supposed to say like Cam Cali, maybe? But maybe that's the name of a plane. Maybe that's the name of the big Vulcan bomber that we have in the update. Kind of makes sense. Kind of like the Bombushka that we have in the game. Is that the BM-10 Bombushka? So we have the TM02 Cam Cali. Is that a guess? Let's move on though.
Ballistic missile launcher.
Then we have the missile launcher. This thing is super cool. It's a Russian missile launcher based upon the BM. Let me just search it up right now because I'm going to forget. BM Smirch, I think it is. BM. Oh, we already have Google open over here. Even easier. Every time I go and open up another tab, the trailer shuts down. There we go. We'll do that. And then search up BM Smirch. Oh, BM30 Smirch. There we go. And bring that over here. So you can see, they're kind of similar in the terms of design. If I put that alongside, hopefully you guys can just about make that out. The whole cab, you can't see any sort of glass section by here, so I'm guessing it's on the other side. My guess being with this this vehicle, though, that the person who's driving won't have access or the ability to actually fire any missiles. Kind of like with the APC, you have to have a passenger. Now, bearing in mind this update, it's focused around having 4 players to do the heists, so this will probably have 4 seats. One person, of course, driving, 2 people just sitting down, and then 1 person to control the ballistic missiles launcher on the back. We don't really get much of a good look, though. Hopefully, if we go to the next scene, we might be able to see a little bit more.
To have half a chance.
No, I've paused at the wrong time again. Let's try that again. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 missiles. Now that might not be the limit to actually the number of missiles it can fire. The APC I think has like 12 on it, but it fires a lot more than that. It's like 36, right? So it might fire a lot more, but there's going to be at least 15 missiles with this thing. We can't see it. We could just about, well, actually saying that, we can just about make out what I think is the cab on the left-hand side. So yeah, the person who's driving will sit on the left-hand side, and then behind them will be all the other seats, the other 3 people. Let's bring that picture back up. You can just about see how that works in this image right here. Got this one too. Very, very small. Maybe not. Try that one. There we go. So we got the seat by here, and then what I'm guessing is seating for at least 3 people, seeing that we're going to have 4 people in the heist missions in this. And we also have 8 wheels as well, which is pretty awesome too. And like I said, I'm not too sure how that's going to fit into the mobile operation plane, if that's what this thing is that we showed off a few moments ago. So I don't know how we're going to customize that, unless, of course, we're getting a new business, like storage warehouse. I'm guessing we will, in the new business property. And then we can customize that inside in the vehicle workshop. Then we have what appears to be the... Is that the Savage? Or the Valkyrie? Whatever it's called. The Valkyrie, right? Yeah, the Valkyrie, which we had in the original heist update. And then we've got these 2 helicopters here. The Akula, the Comanche. Hopefully I've said that right. And that's the new one also coming. But you can see in this one, it's got the missile, oh sorry, the minigun turret thing on the front, but it's firing, yeah, bullets from the 2 turrets on the side, which are retractable. So there we go. Earlier on I wasn't too sure if it was like a missile launcher. It's a machine gun turret that you have on either side. It doesn't look to be explosive in the terms of the rounds. So maybe that's going to be an upgradable feature that we can get ourselves when we go and customize that in our hangar or the new business property. But from stock, it doesn't seem to be as if they are explosive rounds. Let's move on.
This cannot be traced.
Then we see the intelligence agent. Now, again, like I said earlier on, we aren't too sure as to whether she works for the FIB or the IAA. I'm guessing she's an inside source over at the IAA, and she's basically infiltrated them, or, you know, just works there, and she's just feeding information to us. And behind her, then, we have Agent 14. So he's involved as well. Literally everybody's involved in this. Let's move on.
It's back to me.
Then, of course, we see the new Riot truck. This thing is an absolute beast.
Me.
But, as I sort of discussed before, I'm not too sure if this thing will be the exact one that we can get when the update's released. Because in this scene, we can see the red and blue flashing lights. So this one could be the police version, and there'll be like a different version that we can buy that won't have the police lights. We don't know for sure just yet. Obviously, we don't know. Rockstar haven't told us, but that's just a theory. And obviously, this has like a little blade in the front as well. And we see in this scene, this thing is absolutely insane when it comes to just ramming the police cars out of the way. And this has 6 wheels, 2 axles on the back, and seats, I'm guessing, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Again, because there's 4 people in the heist missions, a lot of these vehicles will have 4 seats sort of themed around those missions. And on the top at first, when I broke down this trailer, I presumed this right by here was going to be a turret, like a machine gun turret. That it's got 2 of them. If I try and like skip through the trailer and find that exact scene where we can see, there we go, a second turret on the back. So I thought, kind of like how the Mobile Operations Center works, we'd have one on the front, one on the back. But no, those are actually water cannons. The vehicle this is based upon, the Tanqueta. Let me try and get a picture of this right now. The Tanqueta Riot van. It is a Colombian Riot van. I took ages, like spent ages trying to find this when I did a price list estimation on some of these vehicles. This thing right by here, there it is. That's it. The Tanqueta. That's what it was in real life. I think it's a custom job. Only one of them exists as far as I'm aware of. But as you can see, we've got a water cannon on the front and a water cannon on the back. It looks beast. Like an absolute beast, and it's got this huge battering ram up front, and obviously 2 axles on the back. So let's bring the trailer back up. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's based upon that, and this thing will fire water just like the fire truck in game, which will be cool. But I'm guessing the water will be controlled by the 2 passengers in the back. Obviously, I don't know for sure. There might be a limited amount of water and stuff like that, but again, that's my theory. Let's move on. Then we see the bomber, the Vulcan bomber, which, as I said before, I've got a good theory this thing is going to be the mobile operation plane. It's big enough at least, it's a huge plane, so it kind of makes sense if it is, but then again, I'm not too sure why a Vulcan bomber would be the mobile operation plane. So maybe it's going to be a completely separate aircraft altogether, but just from what we've seen in the trailer, yep. Let's say train then. From what we see in the trailer, it does seem to be that way. And of course, this thing has 2 turrets, one on the top, one on the bottom, and earlier on in the trailer we saw 2 control panels or control units inside the mobile operation plane, which, like I said, I'm guessing are controlled or controls the turrets. And this thing drops bombs as well. The bomb doors are open. I'm guessing that'll be an upgradable feature like we have on a lot of the planes from Smuggler's Run. Let's continue on.
For all I know, you're...
There we go. We just saw it then. It dropped bombs, but earlier on we saw there was a mission, one of the heist setups, where you have to place these air defenses down. I think it was a setup mission or a preparation mission. The name was like air defenses. This right by here, watch it now, it fires missiles. So this will be a feature in the update. We'll have to go and steal some of these and then go and place them down on the on some hills. Now I'm guessing this right here is us, as opposed to you know, like an AI trying to take them out. But it looks like it's us taking those out. So that'll be one mission, and then a separate mission we have to place them down. But that's kind of cool as well. Again, I've talked about this, I think about a year ago or so. My sort of like wish list for 2017 was air defenses. There's like automatic turrets and air defenses, and well, look at this. We've got to come into the game. And let's continue on.
You're bugged on.
Right, now I think, again, I could be wrong, we're either inside the IAA building, but it also kind of looks like the inside of the morgue. Obviously it's not, but we have, you know, the sort of like layout that we have at the morgue, where we have these glass windows, a little hallway, and then some more glass windows. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that it is the IAA, but these characters are also wearing paramedic outfits, which we've never seen in the game before either. So it could be the morgue, but like I said, I'm like 99% certain this will be the IAA building, because a lot of these missions are sort of revolved around that. And then we see the Mark II version as well of one of the weapons.
A high hell, and you don't even know the...
Then we have Lester, the intelligence agent, and Agent 14 right now all arguing over various different things. Oh, we have a donation in the super chat from Henry. Thank you, Henry, for that. That is appreciated. And then behind them as well, we have this white car, which, as we talked about earlier on, if I bring it up, is the submarine car. There it is. We've got the right picture. The headlights are the same. The design is the same. It's white, and we have this white line going down it. And if you guys look at this right now, it's white. It's got the headlights. It's got the little markings on the hood, and the white line going down it. So this car then, that some people presumed was going to be like a classic or a vintage car, it's the submarine car that we saw in the thumbnail for the trailer itself. And obviously, when you go into the water, I'm guessing from somewhere, the wheels get tucked in, a panel goes down, so it's completely smooth like we see in the thumbnail, and then the torpedo thing, you know, opens up, so we can fire torpedoes in the water. And then back here, we've got an aircraft, which again, we aren't 100% sure exactly what it is. Personally, I think it's the VTOL, the VTOL Osprey that we saw earlier on in the trailer, but I've seen a few comments around, people saying that it's a completely different aircraft. Maybe that right there is the mobile operation plane. But if that is the case, then it looks kind of small. Obviously, it's, you know, very far in the distance, and we can't really get a good sort of view of it. So it could be, but I'm pretty sure, like I said, it's just the helicopter. The wing itself is way too far forward to be a plane. So, and obviously it's above it as well. So I'm certain it's the Osprey. Let's continue on.
The bugs exist!
Then we see the pump shotgun that we have in game upgraded to Mark II, which, well, it looks awesome. It looks so cool. And obviously the character as well is wearing a new outfit and the headgear too, which I'm pretty sure it's either night vision or thermal vision. We already have thermal vision in the game. I don't know if we have night vision just yet. Do we have night vision goggles? We do, right? We've had those for ages. So maybe it's a new night vision that's, yeah, sort of like condenses down into to one goggle. Then we see the DeLorean, the Imponte Deluxo, as it says on the back. And as we talked about earlier on, the Deluxo, the DeLorean, was featured in GTA Vice City and GTA Vice City Stories and was named the Deluxo. So it's a returning vehicle, and it's something that has been requested now for, you know, well, literally the last couple of years in GTA Online. They fire missiles as well, which I wasn't expecting. We saw just there, if we can like go back in the trailer. Nope, we can't. So let's try that again. We'll watch them literally now, frame by frame, fire missiles. There we go. They all just fire missiles, and then they just take off. The wheels tuck in, wings come out, and they just take off. There's 4 of them. Then, of course, we're inside the conference room once again with other characters, and we have Avon, Agent 14, and the intelligence agent, who I don't think has been named just yet. We have a donation from someone. I can't see who it is, because unfortunately I've hidden everything behind my desktop. I apologize. Whoever that was, I'll give you a shout out now in a few moments. Let's continue on. On to then the pickup truck, which I'm not 100% sure exactly what this thing is based upon in real life. I think it's kind of similar to the Chevy Silverado, the hooligan model, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. It kind of looks like that. That's been massively over-modified. These huge wheels as well. They're about half the size, I think, of the monster truck wheels that we have on the Liberator and the Marshall. And obviously we can see we have 2 turrets on the roof as well, one facing forward, one facing backwards, with 2 additional seats then in the front for the driver and the passenger as well. I've got a feeling this thing will be very upgradable as well. Like this light by here probably won't be available on the vehicle from standard, and it'll be something we have to actually fit on it afterwards. We see the Valkyrie. I always get it mixed up with the Savage. The Valkyrie right by there as well. That's not a new helicopter. That was released in the original Heist update. And this scene right by here reminds me of the Insurgents or one of the scenes in the heist trailer with the insurgents. If you guys remember that trailer, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Mixbox, please stop spamming the chat. He's like, guys, let's try and break 1,000 likes. Like, man, I appreciate it so much, and if you guys would, that'd be awesome. Maybe Mixbox will stop spamming the chat then. Let's continue on. Then we're inside this room, and I'm not 100% sure exactly what this is. Oh wait, no. I've just realized I've read the text this time. The first time I watched this, I didn't read the text. Orbital cannon. Yes. Oh my god, I didn't spot that the first time around that I watched this trailer. Orbital cannon. I thought this might just be a UAV room, like a surveillance room, but no, we will have access to an orbital cannon, which I did speculate. But I've just realized I've actually read the text this time. I only read the active part. So yeah, alright. We're going to get an orbital cannon then with the new business properties. Again, I'd imagine this will be an upgradable feature. It might be available in the heist missions, but then something you have to buy. That's going to be so overpowered if you can use that in free mode. Like, that's going to be the end of free mode as we know it. If people can just go inside their business property and then just use an orbital cannon. But that's so cool. I didn't realize that was, like, confirmed. I sort of speculated that might have been what this next scene is, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Doomsday scenario.
Yeah, there we go. That was it. For a split second.
The Doomsday
It either looked like it was going to be a plane that was flying overhead, or it was going to be an orbital cannon, and there we go. It's right there. I cannot believe I missed that. I've watched this trailer so many times, and I cannot believe I missed that so many times. And then just below us, we've got a number of different trucks. Are they regular trucks, or are they the armor truck that we saw earlier on in the trailer? I'm pretty sure they're just regular trucks, but that is worth noting. And of course we see the Comanche, which I always say wrong. The Akula, of course, as it's going to be named in game. I'm trying to like quickly pause it at the right scene. There we go. So obviously we have the turret on the front. We have two machine gun turrets, one either side. And yeah, they're definitely machine gun turrets. Whether they fire explosive rounds or not, we don't know yet. But this will have 4 seats. 2 in the front and 2 behind. I'm guessing the second person by here controls the front minigun cannon. But a very cool helicopter nevertheless.
mushroom.
Then of course this scene right by here. When I saw this, that was like it. This was definitely going to be an awesome update. Because not only should this car right by here, whatever it's going to be named in game, it should have been in the gun running update when they released the Ardent. Finally they're going to be adding it into the game. But the idea behind this, the whole concept behind this mission is just so cool. The fact that we have to, like, effectively drive in the water to this submarine. And again, as shown off in the thumbnail, this car will have torpedoes and there will be mines as well surrounding this submarine. Whether we can actually buy the submarine though or not, we don't know just yet. But that's awesome. And yeah, that will be a car that we can drive. We saw that earlier on the trailer, as I pointed out. But yeah, that's so cool.
Fallout.
Then, of course, we're inside what appears to be a rocket or a missile silo, which, again, is sort of believed to be in Mount Chiliad. It's supposed to be inside Mount Chiliad. That's what the whole Easter egg and mystery was in the game. It's this right by here. And you can sort of make out by there, the edge of the building, the cable car building that we have. It might not be, but it kind of looks like the edge of it. So that's kind of cool. And it's in here, I believe there'll also be the jetpacks. And we'll talk about that in a few moments if it's in the next scene.
Oh, it's supposed to be at a...
Right, but the next scene, we're inside what seems to be the IAA building. There we go. You can see the sign on there, which is kind of strange because in various different missions, it looks like we're infiltrating the IAA. We're trying to steal information from them. I'm pretty sure the agent is from the IAA, so it kind of makes sense if we're inside the building, but why would we try and steal things from them if we're working with them? Doesn't really make sense. But a pretty cool room nevertheless. Maybe this is where we'll do some form of business and meetings, I don't know. But again, we'll have to wait and see when the update comes out. But Agent 14 is carrying a weapon, not one that I recognize. It's got a very cool, like, well, muzzle. Is that what you call it? Barrel thing. That's kind of awesome. That's kind of awesome. She's carrying a... Is that a pistol? I think it is.
potluck.
Then, of course, in this scene, we're inside a completely different room I don't recognize. At first, I thought it was the steelworks, but I'm not 100% sure exactly where that is. If anyone knows, let me know in the chat. Someone here pointed out it kind of looks like the UFO of this scene. Yeah, it's kind of very, very weird, right? This thing above it. It's actually a load of monitors, you can see. It's just a load of monitors above the desk. but it kind of looks like a UFO.
We had a potluck.
Then, of course, this scene where we see some hunters trying to take out the new tank with the plasma cannon on it. And we can also see as well the new SUV back there too. This new tank, though, is so awesome. It's so cool. There's a Dubster by there. A Dubster 6x6. Look at that. And then again, we see this logo on the side, or on the front, sorry, of this this plasma cannon, which we've seen several times throughout this trailer. In fact, earlier on, I did miss one. Right by here, my bad. On the side, there we go. That same logo again. Which right now, the sort of theory is that it could be a reference to Clifford, the supercomputer that we have, obviously helping us with these missions. So maybe Clifford is going to be in these missions, and as we do things, he's going to be talking to us and telling us what to do. But let's go back to where we were, the tank. And yeah, again, so as we said earlier on, we have this like plasma cannon. It's going to fire energy like the ray gun. Not the ray gun, I'm always talking about the railgun. We have this minigun on the top, again, as we talked about earlier on. I don't think it'll be operational just like the one on the Rhino. But it does have lights, which are kind of cool as well. Oh, yeah, as well. Just sort of realized something worth pointing out. This one here, it has like this this purple tint to it. Whereas this one here... Oh, wait, it kind of does as well. My bad, I thought it was straight black, but it's not. But maybe this thing will be customizable in our new business properties. I'm hoping they will be. I'm not too sure what sort of customizations we even put on it, apart from just respraying it and stuff like that. But yeah. Then, of course, we're then introduced to Clifford. I don't think his name is revealed in this. I don't think they refer to the supercomputer as Clifford. But like I said, I'm pretty sure it was the tech mogul. His name is Avon, who made this because he has this little portable version of it around his neck, which no other character has.
Say hello, Clifford.
Oh, wait, he does. He does. He actually says, seconds later, say hello to Clifford. My bad. So Clifford is the supercomputer then. Oh my god, I'm getting so confused. But then in this scene, we have the 4 characters then suiting up and getting themselves the jetpack, which, like I said before, I'm pretty sure is in Mount Chiliad. It's a reference to the Easter egg that obviously we have in game. We just go back to this scene right by here. There we go, which is also, I believe, in Mount Chiliad. So my guess being, we have to get into Mount Chiliad through the tunnels. There are various different entrances around the map that we can get into those. We have to then obviously maybe stop the rocket launch and then escape by using these jetpacks. So that could be one of the missions, but again, that's only a guess, that's only a theory from what we've seen in the trailer. Now these jetpacks are not weaponized, they look standard. But later on in the trailer, we do see them weaponized.
Embarrassing me.
Another just sort of like view of the supercomputer. And then, here we go, the jetpacks. They take out the new helicopter, the Akula, straight away. You can see they're flying directly upwards from Mount Chiliad with like a little circle thing by here, as if it's the exit or the entrance to Mount Chiliad that we see in this scene right here. There we go. We have like a little opening by here, which I presume is on top of Mount Chiliad, and they've sort of just flown up it, escaping after, I'm guessing, deactivating the missile or the rocket, whatever it is. And on these jetpacks, they have minigun, machine gun missile launchers. So this one will be like an upgradable feature that we can have. Possibly something we can do in our business properties. I guess we'll have to wait and see. And yeah, there we go. That was the trailer that we've gone through. Sort of like frame by frame, I guess. One or two things in there which I just discovered watching this again for the millionth time. Like the Orbital cannon. I didn't even realize that was definitely confirmed, but it's just shown off in the trailer. But there we go. Coming out next week, Tuesday, December 12th, at the usual sort of time, around about 10 AM here in the UK, which I think is 5 AM Central Time, and then 2 AM Pacific Time. There's two final things I want to very quickly go through in this. So let's go ahead and bring up this image right by here. We actually saw it in the thumbnail. So again, I sort of want to question, is this new mask right by here what I think it is? Is it a gas mask? Does that mean when we're wearing this that when someone throws down tear gas that we can run through it and we don't take any damage? And obviously we have the marksman rifle as well. Will that be automatic? It kind of looks automatic with the rounds as well. Maybe it's not, I don't know. Inside the IAA building, in the same room, just realized that then. The same room that we see in the trailer. Let's go back to here, if I can find it. There it is, the same room. So maybe there's some form of battle or shootout in this room. After all, Agent 14 and the intelligence agent, you can see them, they're holding guns. So maybe there is some form of mission or battle in those, just from what we've seen in this right by here. And the final image then, which we also could see in the thumbnail, this right by here with the new mask. I don't think this weapon is upgraded, I don't think. And although it looks like he's, you know, putting the silencer on the weapon, I don't think that'll be something we can actually do. If we could physically carry around like a silencer and at any given time press a button and then fit a silencer to the gun, that would be so cool. Such an awesome feature. But yeah, that's only sort of like a theory from what we can see in the information and the images that Rockstar have shared so far with us. So yeah, there we go then, guys. That, I believe, is pretty much it then for this. I'm trying to think what else there is that I've forgotten to say. There probably will be something now. I'll end this live stream and there'll be something. But I think that's pretty much everything right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the trailer one more time and then we're going to wrap things up. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Make sure you drop a like and I'll see you guys now later on in my next video or live stream.
The data is clear. It's right now.
Avon is worried that someone's trying to start a war.
I'm not worried about it. I'm certain of it. It has to be the Russians, or the North Koreans, or the Chinese, or the Iranians.
We would need a ballistic missile launcher to have half a chance.
This cannot be traced back to me.
For all I know, you're bugged all to high hell and you don't even know the bugs exist!
This is the apocalypse. The Doomsday scenario. Mushroom clouds, fallout.
Oh, it's supposed to be at a potluck.
Say hello, Clifford.
You're embarrassing me, Avon.